Hello, it's Eva and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be having my dog choose my reads. So basically, I'm going to pick two books, I'm going to sit them down and put a treat in front of each one, and whichever one she goes to first is the book that she chose, and the book that I'm going to read for this video. So for my first one I'm going to have her pick, I'm going to have her pick between Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I kind of want her to pick this one, I'm not going to lie. I read the first page and I was like, I need to read this immediately. So I hope she picks this one. My other option is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I've read one other book by her, The 7-Year Slip, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So I'm really excited to read this one too. And if she picks this, it'll be my first Frederick Bachman book. And I've heard so many good things about his books. I'm really, really excited. I want her to pick this one, but I will be happy to read The Dead Romantics as well. Come here, Scarlett. Come here. Look. As you saw, she picked Beartown. Yes. Good girl, Scarlett. Come here. Oh no, swollen. Come here. Hi. You're a good girl. Say this is the book you picked. Scarlett, look. Look, Scarlett, look. You need to move towards it. You're a good girl. Guys, I'm nervous. I'm sorry if you can't hear me well. I'm attached to my headphones and I don't know if this mic's that good. So if not, then I guess you won't be saying this, but I'm nervous because they keep saying that ends tonight or this happens tonight. Like what was the, okay, well the one part I just read was like that happens tonight or that ends tonight or what is it? That's the last time they see each other in their childhood. That ends tonight. And that, I flip back a few pages. This one says there's a storm brewing. I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hello, I am halfway-ish, I'm a little under halfway through Beartown. I didn't know all the heavy topics that were in this, so if you're triggered easily, look at the trigger warnings. I'm not, but I wasn't expecting all the topics that would come up this fast. So like the first 100-ish pages are kind of a drag, I'm not gonna lie. Like they're hard to get through because you're kind of just like slowly getting all the information. After that is when things, I don't want to say get interesting because that's not the right term. It's hard to describe because I don't want to give anything away. That's when things pick up more with the story, I guess is what I'm saying. So I am now on page 195. So that's actually in the middle of the chapter. And stuff just started to go down. And I think the last clip I filmed, I was like, I'm scared something's gonna happen soon. Yeah, it happened. And it was not what I was expecting at all to happen. When it happened, I literally went, like when that scene started to happen, I genuinely was like, oh my God. Like, and not in a good way. I think the writing in this is really good, but it does deal with like heavier topics. So like I said, trigger warnings. But yeah, like I thought it was more like a hockey town, hockey book. And I kind of thought it was kind of like a mystery because of like the first page. Let me read you the first page. It's not really a spoiler because it's the first page. Late one evening towards the end of March, a teenager picked up a double-barreled shotgun, walked into the forest, put the gun to someone else's forehead, and pulled the trigger. This is the story of how we got there. Like when I read that, I remember I thought it was more like hockey based and then there was like a little mystery in there or something. But it's not. It's kind of about like the whole town, and yes, it's based all around hockey. Like hockey is the center of this town. You're not just hearing about the hockey, you're hearing about the people in the town, how their lives are and how their life is affected by hockey and how like it literally is like the center of this town. So I will see you maybe in my next update to tell you more. Right now, I don't even know what to rate this right now. Maybe like a 4.5. I feel like that's unpopular. I feel like this book has a lot of 5 stars, but I feel like this is a book that like you will not know how you truly feel until like the end. You'll feel very different once you reach the end of it. I feel like I just said a lot of nothing, but I just didn't want to give away too much, okay? Okay. Bottom of my foot itches, but I can't move or I'll mess this up. I'm frustrated. Oh, he's so cute. Baby. Look at this baby. He's so cute. This lighting is making me look really weird and like glowy, but this is the best we're gonna do. So I want to come and share my review for Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I gave this a 4.5 stars. It took a while to get into in the beginning, introducing all the characters and talking about the hockey town. I was kind of like, this is boring at first, but I knew it was gonna be a book that you had to, it was a book that you'd have to like stick around to get into the main plot. Like the first, I think it was like 120 pages were just a lot of build up to the main plot of the story. I don't know if I explained this in my last part. This is following the people of Beartown. It is a big hockey town. That's like their main thing is hockey. Literally everything revolves around hockey in this town. We are following a lot of characters. So first we have Peter, who is the general manager of like the hockey facility, or the hockey teams, I guess, and he used to play professionally, but when his old coach asked him to come back, he moved back with his family. Then we have his wife Kira, who is a lawyer, and they have 2 kids. So then we have Maya, who is the daughter of Peter and Kira. She's 15 and goes to Beartown High. Then we have the star hockey player Kevin, who everybody's known since he was young. He was going to be like the star of hockey and to probably play professionally in the future. We have Amat, who is 15 years old and on one of the younger hockey teams. They're not the juniors. He's not on the junior team, I don't think. I can't remember if that team has a name, but he's on the team below Kevin, and he's like aspiring also to be a hockey star, and he looks up to Kevin because Kevin's amazing and he's like the greatest in their town. Then we have Benji, who is the best friend of Kevin. He is also a hockey player. He kind of like fights everyone who tries to come at Kevin, and they are best friends. So those are some of our main people. We follow all of them and their lives in Beartown, and again, everything is focused on hockey. Everything starts from hockey. But one event happens, and I'm not going to say what it is because that'll give it away, but one event, and it's not a good one by the way, changes everything in the town and causes like a big, not drama, but a big, not uprise, what is the word? Causes a big problem in the town, and all that unravels from this one big thing that happens in the book. I would definitely tell you to check trigger warnings because the big event, not the big event, the big thing that happens in the book is something that could be triggering. I think this book was very beautifully written, and I think once we got into the story, it for sure angered me at parts. It angered me, it confused me. It was a really well written story, and it was captivating once you got past the introductions in the beginning. Like I said, at the same time, it was so good yet frustrating at parts. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I don't want to say enjoyed because like I said, it was also frustrating. Anyway, my phone just decided to cut out while I was in the middle of saying something. I think I was saying, I don't want to say I enjoyed it because it was tough topics and, like I said, frustrating at times, but it was a good book overall. Very well written, very captivating, and a very important story, I want to say. And then I was also saying that I want to read, this is actually a trilogy. I thought it was a standalone when I got it, but it's the first book in a trilogy. So I'm really excited to read those. I don't know when I'll actually get to them, but after this, I know I want to read more Frederick Bachman books, anyways, that's all for my review. On to Scarlet picking the next book. Okay, so I just got out of the shower, so don't mind my hair and all. It's like half dried. So I'm back for Scarlet to pick our second read of the video. Let me show you the two options I'm giving her. The first one is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I have not read anything by Abby Jimenez yet, and everybody raves about her books, so I'm so excited to get to this. I have this like whole series, yet haven't read this one, so I really hope I enjoy this. I want her to pick this one slightly more than the other one, but I'll be happy either way because the other one I'm also really excited for, but I just want this one slightly more. All I know is that this is a romance. I don't remember the exact details about it. That's all I remember. Actually, I think I might remember one thing. I'm not 100% sure it's that one, but I'm pretty sure there's an age gap in that one where she's the one who's 10 years older, but I'm not sure if it's that book or another one I'm thinking of. And then our second option is Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. I have wanted to read this book ever since I heard the description. I know a lot of people hate surprise pregnancy tropes, but I actually enjoy them, and even people who hate that trope like this book. So I'm really excited to read this. I slightly want her to pick Part of Your World a little more, but I'm gonna be happy either way. Yeah. Good girl. You're so cute. I am about halfway through. I think I'm on page 181. So I'm enjoying it, okay? Don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna say some things that are like enjoyable, some things that aren't. Okay, so this is a romance, but I'm almost 200 pages in and very little romance has happened. The romance is really with her best friend's brother, Shep. So far, there's just been a bunch of cute little moments, and they're so cute and sweet and like tension filled. But you know what? Let me start with more of what this is about. So in the very first chapter, our main character Eve is at the OBGYN and finds out that she's pregnant, and she was pregnant from a one-night stand. So then she goes to the bar where she met the baby daddy, who was a bartender there to her knowledge, but he actually owned the place. So she thinks at first, oh, this could be who I end up with, maybe I'll end up being with him, but he actually has a girlfriend. He had been with the girlfriend before they hooked up. Then him and Eve had the one-night stand. Then he ended up getting back with his girlfriend. So he says he didn't cheat. And at the same time, she has her best friend Willa, who's married and has been trying to get pregnant and has not been successful. So when she tells her, Willa's kind of a little like, I don't know what the right word to say is. Not supportive for sure. Like kind of like disheartened for herself, because Eve was obviously not trying to get pregnant and did like that on a one-night stand while she's been trying to get pregnant and has not been able to. So it was a little awkward between them for the first couple weeks after she told her. But one person who had been like more supportive and there for her, not that Willa hasn't been supportive, it's just that it's been hard for her. Shep, Willa's brother, has been there for her. They've known each other since they were kids, all three of them. So Shep has been living with Willa and Willa's husband since him and his girlfriend broke up 3 months ago, and they like separated and had to move out. He's been the one who's been there for Eve and has been like really sweet. Willa obviously ended up coming around, like it's her best friend, and it's been really sweet so far. They've just had little moments that are really sweet, but at the same time it's been a whole lot of nothing. Like it's like entertaining and there's like some sweet moments and all between her and the guy. It's more about her story, like it's more like a contemporary story so far than a romance story, as the romance has been almost non-existent. But I'm not hating it. I feel like it's sitting at like maybe a 4 right now. Also, I love this cover. It's so pretty and colorful. I think I had such high expectations too, but it's not anything special. It's good, but not great. So yeah, I think I'm sitting at a 4 right now. Although when I say there's a whole lot of nothing happening, I mean with the romance specifically. The story so far has just mainly been following our main character and her pregnancy, which isn't bad necessarily. It just wasn't what I was expecting when I picked up the book. I really thought I was just getting a romance, but again, I'm enjoying it. I just thought it was going to be different than it is. Anyway, I'll probably update you next when I am finished the book. I don't know why my camera really wants to do like overexposure on my face, but you're just gonna have to deal with that. Anyway, I'm here to review Ready or Not by Kara Basson. I think I'm gonna give it a 3.75, which isn't a bad rating. I'm like sighing and like not sounding excited, even though like I still enjoyed it. I just was really expecting this to be a 5-star because I heard good things from people who I enjoy the same books from. And I don't even know how to like articulate my thoughts. I finished this like a while ago and I still don't know how to articulate my thoughts on it because I still liked it. It's a slow burn romance, but it more so follows the journey our main character Eve goes through with her pregnancy than anything else, which I knew it was a surprise pregnancy trope. I knew all that, but I didn't expect the romance to be as minimal as it was. It really didn't like even give that many signs of a romance until near the end. She had some cute moments with our male character Shep. He is her best friend's brother. She's also friends with him as well. They've known each other since they were kids, so she's really close to their whole family. The book starts, she had a one-night stand and got pregnant from it from this guy who works at a bar. She goes, confronts him, and she's kind of thinking, oh, maybe like we'll get together from this. And then he's like, I have a girlfriend or a fiance, I can't remember which one it is. He's like, I didn't cheat on her with you, by the way, I promise. Like, we were broken up and then we got back together through that time. And she was like, okay, well, I'm pregnant with your baby. So it's kind of like all that goes on with that. And one person who doesn't react badly or anything like that to her pregnancy, like who acts like it's a good thing and an exciting thing, is Shep. So he's like super sweet. Like, I really liked him. I keep saying, oh, he's so sweet, and I didn't like give any examples, but you're just gonna have to believe me. I don't have the book anymore, but his sweetness was especially in the small little gestures that helped out Eve. I just remember he was sweet and she was okay, but sometimes annoyed me. At the same time, we still had the baby daddy, all the issues going on with him, which, I mean, that's totally realistic, I'm sure. At times, I wouldn't even have thought like about the romance. Like, it's a romance book, but I feel like it's more a contemporary book than romance. Like, yes, there's romance in it, but I feel like it follows more of her story and her pregnancy journey than anything else. I think I said this, but I actually like the surprise pregnancy trope, as I know a lot of people hate on that, but I actually like it. I still liked this book, but I think I was still expecting more romance from it, which is, of course, on me, not on the book itself. There were a couple of moments that like annoyed me in the book, but specifically with our main character. But otherwise, like, it was good, but I'm not gonna think about it much in the future, if that makes sense. Also, I hate it. Okay, I know some people talk bad about epilogues, but I love epilogues. I think it just wraps up the story nice with a nice little neat bow, and this story just cuts you cold turkey. Like, she has the baby and it's done. And I don't know, that bothered me. I hate when a book just cuts you cold turkey like that. So yeah, if you like the surprise pregnancy trope and you like stories revolving pregnancy, you might like this. But if you don't like the surprise pregnancy trope, or you don't like talks of pregnancy, you will not like this. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.75. I'll show you what Scarlett picks next. Hello. If you saw the clip where I have her pick my second read, it's the same day as that. It's just that I want to film them like back to back. So now I'm here to show you her options for our third pick for this video. For our first option, I have Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This is the first book in the Gold Rush Ranch series. I loved the Chestnut Spring series, and then I've also read the first 2 books in the Rose Hill series, and I really liked them too. Well, the first one was fine, and then I really liked the second one, and I'm really excited to start this series. I just want to read all of her books. And then for our other option, it's on my Kindle, is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. So either way, we're reading an Elsie Silver book. Wild Side is the 3rd book in the Rose Hill series. I don't own a physical copy of it. Obviously, I said I would read it on my Kindle. I really want to get to it so that I can be caught up with the Rose Hill series. Either way, I'm super excited to start either of them. I'm not leaning towards one more than the other. I genuinely do not care which one she picks for this one.
Okay, good. Good girl. That's a good girl.
I'm like a quarter of the way through this book and I'm eating it up. But this is hitting so far. I'm really liking it. I just got to a part, so he's a wrestler. He had like bruises on him after he had a like wrestling match, and she's like, where are those from? Because she doesn't know he's a wrestler. It's like a secret at the moment. She's like, where'd you get those from? What's with the secrecy? And I'm like, it's like, who did this to you? But it's her asking him instead of the other way around. I'm gonna show you this one line. I can't read it, but I'm gonna show you it.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm loving this book so far. I'm just under halfway through, and I just wanted to share this little sweet part because I loved it. Also, I forgot my fan is on. I'm really sorry about that if that's annoying you. This says, he just like said stuff about his past to her, which he didn't have an easy past yet. He grew up in the foster care system, and he had just told her all that, and she was like, oh, I want to like comfort him. I don't know if I should though, because like we don't really do that. We're fake married, that's all. But I want to read this little part because it's cute. I settle for splaying my fingers and pressing my hand against his heart. Then I try his move on for size, letting my thumb rub lazy circles against his jacket. My shoulders feel tight for a moment, as though bracing for him to shake me off or give me a dismissive eye roll and tell me he doesn't need any coddling. But he just sighs. Oh my goodness, the sun is hitting me weird, so I have like all like the glow right here. Anyway, I'm here to give my review on Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I never came with like a update when I was in the middle of reading because I just never had time to, but here I am now. And I ate this book up. I loved it. 5 stars. Okay, I thought I was gonna like it but not love it because I saw, what was that? Because I saw people saying like he's a wrestler and like some of the bits are like cringy, and like, okay, it is a little cringy, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the bits were a little cringy. I don't care, gave it character. But their romance and their banter was, I loved it. I loved it. So in the beginning, in the prologue, Tabitha's sister Erica and her son are moving into Reese's like extra building or whatever, I don't know what it was called, and that's how they meet. And Tabitha goes to his house and is like, hey, my sister has some issues. If she ever misses rent or anything like that, please contact me and I will pay her rent. She was like, please don't just kick her out. And he was like, okay, I guess it doesn't really matter as long as I'm being paid. She was like, pinky promise me. And he was like, okay. And he was like, pinky promise, this isn't legally binding or anything. And she's like, yeah, but only assholes break a pinky promise. So they pinky promise. And then chapter 1 picks up 2 years later, and Tabitha's sister died. And Tabitha's there at her place, like going to pack up all her stuff. And Reese shows up and he's like, what are you doing in her house? Like, she's not even here. Like, do you have permission to be here? She's like, I'm her sister. Of course I can be here. Sorry, the air just came on now. So if you hear that, that's the air thing. And he's like, oh my God, and it has to be so loud. Okay, he's like, you can't go in, you need her permission. And she's like, well, she's dead. So I don't think I'm giving her permission. And I'm her sister, so I'm going up and packing the things. And he's like, what?
Huh?
She's dead? He's like, what about Milo, who is Erica's son? She's like, why do you care about him? Because in her head, she thinks that he kicked her out for not paying rent, but she doesn't know the whole story. So he thinks she's just like upset about her sister, and then he realizes that's what she thinks. Instead of saying, no, I didn't do that, he's like, I'll be the bad guy. You know, she's upset, her sister just died. I'll be the bad guy, I don't care. And then when she's like, why do you care about Milo? Like, I'm taking care of Milo, he's not your business. He's like, actually, Erica gave me legal guardianship of him. Bomb drop. Tabitha's like, why would she do that? You're just like her landlord. And he's like, well, while the time she was here, we became good friends and I would watch Milo sometimes. And she was like, so she just gave you guardianship over him just for being her friend? Milo's 3, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Like, he's like a child. He's like, so I want to keep seeing him. Like, you're not like taking him wherever and not letting me see him. He's like, so I'm still seeing him because I have legal guardianship. And she's pissed because she doesn't want to see Reese anymore. And he's like, well, too damn bad. I will come find you. And so she lives in Rose Hill, and I don't know where he said he lives, but he lives like 5 hours away. And so he drives 5 hours like a couple days later to go see Milo and to see if she's like being nice, because he was gonna just like take him away. But when he showed up, like Milo loves her and they were playing and she's super nice, and he's like, I can't take him away from her like this. So he's like, I'm gonna come and be with him sometimes, but I can't be driving 5 hours every single time to come be with him. He was like, so we need to figure something out. And not only that, but he has work in Florida and they live in Canada. So sometimes he has to travel back to Florida, and he's like, I'm taking him, and she's like, the hell you are. So since he doesn't want to travel the 5 hours every single time to see Milo, she, even though she doesn't like him, she offers him a place to stay in the basement because she knows Milo really loves him. So she's like, you can sleep in the basement. He stays in her basement, and then when he has to go to Florida for work, he goes over, and he does that a couple times. And then the one time when he's coming back, they're like, your visa is expiring. You're not going to be able to keep coming back and forth. That is when, I think it's her, she suggests, she's like, why don't we get married? Over this time, she started to like him a little more, and she's like, how could this be the person who kicked my sister out? She's also like realizing like he is nice. So when he comes back and he's like, my visa's like expiring. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I might have to take Milo with me to Florida. Like, I don't want him to take him away from you at this point because we've built a bond, but I might have to if I'm forced to go stay in the US for longer. So then she's like, let's get married. And he's like,
Huh?
and then they do get married. So then they have the marriage of convenience trope coming in. So they get married so then he can have his visa in Canada too, or whatever, citizenship, I don't know how it works. So then he could still keep seeing her and Milo, even though he's just pretending it's for just Milo, but it's also for her, obviously. It's like, it was just so good. I loved it. One of my top favorite Elsie Silver books. It's not better than Reckless. Reckless is still my favorite, but so yeah, Scarlett picked really good with that one. That's going to be the end of the video before I keep yapping about this book. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye!